So in this particular video, we're going to go through the second half of creating a proposal, which is the pricing, the summary, and the docs section of this part of QuickBase. So when we get to the pricing, all the basic information is kind of standard is set in here. We've decided already where the panels are going to go, what roofing material adders, if any, are there, any panel adjustments, inverter adjustments. And then the pricing section, what we're doing is trying to figure out how much money we're going to make and how much money we're going to charge. So the how much money we're going to make part is here on the base price per watt. So whatever we adjust this to, whether it's 310 or 350 or whatever it is, this essentially is the difference between, or excuse me, this is where we subtract our baseline to figure out what our commission is. So if your baseline, it's $3 a watt and you're at 350 on this particular price, you're making 50 cents or $500 a kilowatt on this deal. There's no adders as of yet, right? So because we haven't put anything in there, and so those are all going to show up here if there are. Now, if there is an adder, like a main service panel, for example, and we click on this guy, that adder comes out to 22 cents a watt based on the system size, which now we can see went from 350 to 372. So now we're going to choose how we're going to finance this thing. And if the customer says, oh yeah, I really want a 20-year 299 kind of scenario, and we choose the standard most often chosen loan, which is the Lone Pal 20-year 299. Did I pass it somewhere? Let's see. Lone Pal 20-year 299. We can see it has a 22.5% dealer fee. So we click on that guy, and it shows us what the price is with the dealer fee to the customer. So that customer now would be paying $4.79 a watt. And if that's kind of out of the price range, then we just adjust here. Say, all right, I'm actually going to drop this thing down and make it 320 a watt. And now I'm at 441. If that's still not right, but you still want to make that 20 cents, if that was your baseline, then you might have to adjust your lender. In this case, let's say we chose instead, we went to Sunlight. And we said, all right, let's go to Sunlight's 20-year 399. And now we're at 414 a watt. And our price per watt difference is only 22 cents still, 22 cents still for the main service panel, but our price per watt for the dealer fees is 414. We're making that 20 cents. And we go back here now to our summary. We're looking at it. Now all the information that we needed is kind of put in one little nice category in place for us to understand what we're doing. We got 30 standard panels, solar edge inverter, the monitoring that goes with it, the roof mounting system, and obviously the net metering. Solar cost on that guy is $36,000. We added $2,000 for an MPU, which puts us to $38,496. We're financing that same amount. Our tax credit shows $11,500. We have a state tax credit because Utah's rad at $1,600, which gives us a net cost of $25,347. Tells us what our payments are, $169 a month. Here's our production values and everything else down the line, 20-year 399 term. If you want to adjust any of those things and kind of mess around with it, we just go back to the pricing section and we can kind of mess around with the price per watt we're going to do versus the dealers and everything else, the dealer fees and lenders, and that's kind of where you go from there. Once this part's done, let's save and keep working. Just kidding, we got to go back to the HOA tab and we'll choose this as a no, just because there's not going to be an HOA. We'll go back now to our summary. We'll save and keep working. And now it's time to send some docs. So in this particular case, now it's ready to go do some credit check. And from here, we just click on the Sunlight link, and it's going to auto-populate to Sunlight's financial portal, which you put in your username and password, and then you can go through the normal process like you have before. If you chose Lone Pal, the same thing would happen. You go through that normal process. If you want to show a proposal that is kind of baked in as a standard, you could do that here. Or in this particular case, what we're really trying to get at is the installation agreement. So we choose the installation agreement. We need to populate it first. This might sound like it's a little bit tricky, but we still need to do it. We populate the install agreement. It shows up. We got our guy's name, Testy McTesterson. Here's his email, the system size, standard stuff on here, financing with third party. If you want to go through that with them here, you can. But we come back to our page here. The DocuSign's not filled out. So the trick is we just got to refresh it, which I know is a bit annoying, but still we got to refresh it. We go to our Documents tab, and there it is. So we click on the DocuSign for the install agreement, and we go ahead and send it. Now in this particular case, the email is not active, right, because it's a fake account, so it's not going to show it. But if it was, you'd have submit envelope or create envelope. You'd do it, and the DocuSign goes straight to the customer. And there you go.